Today in Make and Drink, we're going to be making 3 modern classic cocktails. Now the term modern classic, it's pretty subjective, but these 3 drinks are all, very popular drinks that have been created in the last 10 to 15 years and should be considered to be modern classics. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one, which is the Oaxaca Old Fashioned by Phil Ward. We're going to build this one in an old fashioned glass. And take 1 bar spoon of agave syrup, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, half an ounce of Mezcal, 1.5 ounces of a Reposado Tequila, add 1 large ice cube to the glass, we're going to take an orange disc, we're going to flame an orange peel over the top. And there you go, the Oaxaca Old Fashioned. You get just enough sweetness from the agave. The Angostura bitters come through, but you're definitely getting Mezcal. It's kind of a Mezcal first, but we're only using half an ounce. So if you're someone who is not quite sure if you like Mezcal, or if you're sort of just getting into Mezcal, this is a great drink to start with. If you love an old fashioned, it's a great riff on one, and that's why it's considered a modern classic today. All right, next up, we're going to make a drink called the Kingston Negroni, and this was created by Joaquin Simo. You're going to start by building this in a mixing glass and adding 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of a Jamaican rum, and ideally here it's Smith Cross, add ice and stir. And this one we're going to serve on 1 large ice cube. And then we're going to garnish this with a long orange twist. There you go, the Kingston Negroni. It's delicious. It has that familiarity of a Negroni with your bitterness from your Campari. You're only getting sweetness here from your sweet vermouth, but the Jamaican rum just goes totally in a different direction. If you're not super familiar with Jamaican rums, they are known as some of the funkier, it's almost like a rotten banana, but in a good way type of flavor profile. But you can always substitute it out for something else. But unless you use a Jamaican rum, it's not going to be a Kingston Negroni. All right, next up, we're going to make a drink called the Paper Plane, and this was created back in 2008 by Sam Ross. And if this is not considered a modern classic, then nothing is. So this is a great equal parts drink. And let's start this one with 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce of Aperol, 3/4 of an ounce of Amaro Nonino. And if you don't have Amaro Nonino, you can't easily substitute something else here. You really need this Amaro. And now 3/4 of an ounce of bourbon. Add ice to your large tin and shake this for 15 to 20 seconds. You could garnish this with an actual paper plane or just a orange twist. There you go, the paper plane. This is a prime example of why a drink is a modern classic. It's approachable, it's light, it's refreshing. All of the flavors in here pair together extremely well. The lemon juice and the Aperol. And if you haven't had Amaro Nonino, it has a definite intense like orange flavor to it. As far as all of the Amaros I think I've ever had, it is, I think, the easiest one to get into. So if you're looking at Amaros, you're gonna see a whole range of different options. And while this is a wonderful bourbon cocktail, the bourbon takes a back seat here and you're really getting those flavors from the Aperol and the Amaro. So if you haven't had a paper plane, I highly suggest trying one of these. It is a modern classic for a reason and one of the best cocktails to be created over the last 20 years. All right, that's it for this one. That's 3 modern classic cocktails: the Oaxaca Old Fashioned, Kingston Negroni, and the paper plane. All delicious cocktails that you should try if you have these ingredients on hand. And all just great cocktails to get into, modern cocktails from the cocktail renaissance from the early 2000s, early 2010s. So if you enjoyed this video, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Otherwise, see you on the next one.